What exactly are forces? A force can be a push or a pull. You cannot see a force, but often you can see what it does. Forces can change the shape, speed, or direction of an object. Some forces attract, whereas others repel. Forces are measured in newtons and can be measured using a Newton meter. There are three major important equations when it comes to forces. First is speed equals distance over time. This equation is used to work out speed by dividing distance travelled by time taken. For example, you could get the question, if you travel at 70 kilometers in 2 hours, what is your average speed? To work this out, you would simply divide the distance, which is 70 kilometers, by the time, which is 2 hours, to get the speed, which is 35 kilometers per hour. You can also rearrange the equation to find the distance travelled by multiplying the speed by time, and you can rearrange this equation to find time by dividing distance by speed. The second equation is density equals mass over volume. This equation is used to work out density by dividing mass by volume. For example, you could get this question. Work out the density of a 4 kg lump of metal with a volume of 1.25 meters cubed. To work this out, you need to divide the mass, which is 4 kilograms, by the volume, which is 1.25 meters cubed, to get the density, which is 3.2 kilograms per meter cubed. As well as the speed equals distance divided by time equation, this equation can be rearranged to find out the mass by multiplying density by volume, and you can rearrange the equation to find out the volume by dividing mass by density. The last equation you should know is acceleration. Acceleration is the change in speed divided by time. For example, a bus accelerates from 5 meters per second to 25 meters per second in 10 seconds. To calculate its acceleration, first find the change in speed. This is 25 minus 5, which is 20 meters per second. Then you divide the speed by the time taken, which is 10 seconds. So to work out the acceleration, you divide the change in speed, which is 20 meters per second, by the time, which is 10 seconds, to achieve the acceleration, which is 2 meters per second squared. You can rearrange the equation as well to work out the change in speed. Change in speed is acceleration times time taken. And you can also work out time taken. Time taken is change in speed divided by acceleration. Now you know how to find out acceleration and mass, you can finally find out how to calculate force. Force equals mass times acceleration. A truck has a mass of 2,000 kilograms with an acceleration of 1.5 meters per second squared. To work out the force, you multiply the mass by the acceleration to get the force, which is 3,000 newtons. Now you know the different equations to do with force, you should know the different types of force. First, there's friction. This is when two surfaces slide past each other. The interaction between them produces a force of friction, as shown by the rubber. Air resistance. This force is caused by molecules of air colliding with an object, causing it to slow down. Bikes, cars, and other vehicles experience air resistance as they move. Gravitational force. Gravity is a force that attracts objects towards each other. Any object with mass exerts a force of gravity. The greater the mass, the greater the force. Finally, magnetic force. This force is simply the attraction and repulsion between unlike and like magnets, as shown by the pretty diagram I'm drawing here. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and give this video a like. Make sure you comment below suggestions for videos you would like to see in the future, and feel free to check out my other video. Science Girl out.